Hello and welcome to the Hunt Banish Extract podcast, the podcast that really needs a sponsor to pay people to write better intros for us. I am your host, the Drunken Bard, aka DJ, and with me are three of my beautiful co-hosts today, Sleepy Weasel, aka Tyler.
Just not David Fifield.
Dirk Kaiser, aka Richard.
I don't get paid enough to write the intros.
And the patron saint of 3 stars, aka Rat329.
Yo, can I just get a ham sponsor? Like, I would do despicable things for like.
Did you say a
honey
ham?
Yeah, I want honey ham, like a lifetime supply forever. That is the best sandwich meat.
You're down
At this
bad.
rate, I would settle for Raid Shadow Legends. I really would.
I'd like to get paid in ham too.
You guys are getting paid?
Gentlemen,
Can I pay you in gum?
what are we taking into the bayou?
We'll be taking. Okay, I'm gonna go first because I just played like an hour and a half ago.
Oh, yeah.
Anything with Full Metal, honestly. I've been only running Full Metal Jacket because it's how I get my kills, is shooting through walls.
Yeah. You're the glory.
And it's been it's been serving me well today and last night. I took specifically what I took and rocked lobbies was 2 Lamats with Full Metal, and then a Shorty Centennial with Full Metal.
Interesting.
Together, and so I got the Lamats for closer range for spray and pray, and then my Centennial Shorty with Full Metal. Yeah, the muzzle velocity is not nearly as good where it's a Shorty and it's Full Metal, but like
They grow up so fast.
as long as you fight medium distance, you're fine, I think. So,
And as long as you can land those headshots, just about anything will be fine, even the short barrels, right?
yeah. Small ammo too. It's harder with the Full Metal, but honestly, Lamat, like I think its muzzle velocity isn't very good, anyways. So like, if you put Full Metal on it, like what I'm saying is, you hardly can see the difference. It doesn't matter. Like, like you might as well rock it.
I knew all it would take was that one episode where we were talking about budgets for me to convert at least one of you to the Lamat.
Oh, I wasn't doing it for budget. I got the money. I've got money. I just wanted to run Lamats, so because I got Full Metal and I love the Lamats. So that 9-shot, 90, what was it, 93, 97 or something damage. Like, it's a good gun. Good gun.
The best
I think it's somewhere around 98 or so. Well, and then the carbine is like 103, somewhere in that ballpark.
Carbine is also a great gun. Love that.
All right, what else we taking, boys?
You're
trying to remember which gun it was. Well, I've been running a lot of the 1865 carbine. Fuck that gun. I hate using that gun so much.
Mm-hmm.
I've been bouncing between that and the Mako, the 2 guns that I hate the most.
They're both solid. They're both really solid.
I hate them so much.
I hate them too. I'm with you, Rat. I am with you.
You could literally probably outrun the 1865 carbine's fucking bullet.
Well, that's the thing. It's like so accurate, but its muzzle velocity is so slow.
I didn't know we were talking about the no harmy.
Yeah, like the no harmy and the 1865 carbine. As long as you've got a stamina shot, you can probably outrun the bullet.
If you want to give everyone a hug with a bullet, take the no harmy and the 1865. I'm just kidding.
And then the Mako, I just don't like the gun. I don't know why. Like I know the Mako is a good gun. I can't make it work for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I am the same way.
If you want hard mode, add subsonic ammo to the 1865 and the new army and run both of those nonstop. You're going to have a bad time.
Hell yeah.
Well, now I've got to. God damn it.
Well, they have to invent it first because neither one of them has subsonic.
Oh, okay. Well, until then, I'll just use Full Metal because it'll do practically the same thing.
You heard it here first, Fifield.
Technically, any ammo below the 400 meters per second velocity, I believe somewhere in that ballpark, is already subsonic, but, we're not obeying all those laws.
Well,
I see what you're getting at.
As far as what I know, to add on to what you're saying there, Deej, I think it's because subsonic and it's not as loud is because I guess in real life, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comments or whatever, because I do like learning about this stuff. The reason why it's so loud is not necessarily the explosion, but because it's breaking the sound barrier, which is 500 and something feet per second. Or meters. I don't know the science behind it, and that's why subsonic bullets in this game are supposedly not as loud because it's not breaking the sound barrier. But yes, anything under under the 500 or whatever would technically be subsonic, like in real life.
Logic.
If they gave us a slingshot, we could probably fire a rock faster than the bullets coming out of the 1865.
Going back to that, yep.
Hell yeah!
I just decided to take a bigger Winfield or Frontier or what infantry. God, I can't even think of all the damn names they give the Winfield.
Oh,
it's gonna take.
You mean the best Winfield?
The infantry, yeah. I still prefer the Ranger technically because of that fast reload.
I would say the Ranger because of the aperture. Yeah.
Yep.
Personally,
aperture
but
with high velo, you are a head clicker.
I do get why you would like the infantry version.
Well, the infantry with the bayonet is just fun. And I've been taking that, and it's funny that you said you took dual Lamats because I've been taking dual conversions. It's like nothing happened, nothing changed, but dualies feel so back.
Really?
It feels so good.
I would actually second that. I was having a pretty
now's
good
the time to try them.
It's because the fucking conversion with dualies is just damn near pinpoint. It's so good.
It is so good.
I mean, even the weak little Nagants like are really good dual wielding. Like just those cheap little Nagants. So if you want to try dualies but you don't want to spend money, use those free Nagants you get from the free hunters. If you're
I'm trying to take some of those health recovery shots because since there's no event and everybody keeps going down like crazy, I'm trying to give everybody's health bars back. And God, those things ain't cheap.
No, they're not.
He has become health daddy.
Been trying to, at least, because I played a tournament with Tetsuo and Panda. I forget what she goes by on Twitch, Northern Lotus, but good games. They're fun as hell. I've been having a lot more fun with Hunt in the vanilla form, but it's interesting because when we get to our poll, that's kind of going to be different according to the audience. Look forward to that. But gentlemen, we decided we made the really solid budget loadout that's not too budget. Well, we're going to do the opposite today. And this will be ever changing because they are always adding new guns. They're always adding new consumables. Well, when we need to sweat our nuts off and we need to win, we need to make ourselves a really meta loadout. As meta as you can. And you don't have to spend all the money, but what's the limit on the amount of money you will spend to get a win? Anybody want to start with a main slot?
There has to be a limit?
No, there doesn't have to be a limit, but if you were going for the most meta,
yeah, so it's not necessarily expensive, it's meta, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Bell Aperture or Mosin?
I would definitely agree with that, especially the Mosin part. I feel that people... I mean, personally, I think people sleep on the Lamat, especially the Aperture variant, because I think that's the best one. But...
you mean LaBelle?
Yes, excuse me.
I'm going to set a fire under people's asses real quick. LaBelle isn't meta for one reason: reload.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it has a high capacity, but when you're fighting multiple teams, as you often are, or multiple people, you got to reload a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I think, excuse me, hiccups. That's what sets the Mosin apart.
It's the only.
You spend all 5 of your shots and you just click and you're ready to go. So
that's the only complaint I would have about the LaBelle. However,
even though it's a sick ass gun.
It is. It's my favorite long ammo rifle for sure.
I would agree.
But meta wise, Yes, I personally would say Mosin. I think for meta's sakes, I would say either an uppercut or a Sparks pistol for that sweet ammo pool.
And funny enough, with the fast fingers trait, when that came back, I've been seeing the Sparks so much more. So I would say that would actually rival almost any other long ammo rifle now.
I would argue.
I could see that though. Like I see what you're throwing down.
I would argue in team scenarios, because if you're a solo with a Spark, sure, you could get 3 headshots and still have the 1 left over, but that won't be entirely realistic on every single gunfight you have.
Oh, true, but I mean, the amount of like even bigger streamers that I've been seeing taking a Sparks over a Mosin and then running Dolch is insane.
I believe it. I'm not saying it's not viable, but I would certainly say it's probably second place in my eyes. At least in a solo scenario. But if you're with a team, I think it's perfect. But I would probably get some flack.
So is the question basically
drilling?
Yeah, it's basically your most meta, the most meta loadout and it could be more self-reflective of your own playstyle, but I would argue that drilling is one of the best rifles in the whole game. And people would probably disagree with me, but even with FMJ or bleed or high velocity, any of those ammo types, and slug, obviously for the second, it's
the versatility, yeah.
It's the most versatile gun in the game with the most power behind it.
I mean, I would agree. I personally love that rifle. It's hella expensive though, so I'd probably run it more if it wasn't so.
So is a Mosin.
Yeah, but I don't really run the Mosin. I don't really like.
Yeah, I'm torn here because the Haymaker does exist, and it's right up there in versatility and power. Like
not in range,
but it does have 9 shots though.
Its drop range is atrocious at like 60 meters.
Yeah, it doesn't shoot very far.
Yeah, that's the big
65
problem.
5 meters.
Yeah, so that's not enough to carry it.
You know,
as opposed to the drilling's 145 meter drop range.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is outrageously good.
That's better than like Berthier and stuff. Like I think Berthier is 110. So,
well, and since it's medium ammo, it drops even less. Not as less as compact, but even less than long ammo.
And can I point out, it still gets slugs and dum-dum because the dum-dum's still fucking there.
Yep.
It hasn't gone scarce.
So
yeah, which is kind of crazy.
All right, how much are we considering like funds,
any price,
money, any price, just the pristine? Well, this is gonna sound fucking stupid, but this is kind of like in my MMR range and whatnot. But like the thing that I would basically argue just by what it's been doing for me is the Chukanu with the explosive.
It's so good.
It's a KD farmer for me. Like I have moved up KD like 3-4 times, and like I don't know. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, but obviously that doesn't work for everybody, and I would never say that's the case. Like I would argue that it'd probably be the Mosin or something like that. But that's just been my kind of personal experience as of late. So,
well, if I had to upgrade, well, obviously I'd need more skill with it because personally I find myself not performing with it. The Berthier would outclass the Mosin, especially for the price range.
Absolutely.
The switchable Spitzer or fire rounds where you can get a lot more versatility and pain.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
The Berthier is, again, an amazing gun.
It is.
And I cannot stress enough how good being able to split your ammo pool is with that gun.
Well, I can't stress how good it is to have a riposte instead of a bayonet on that thing, too, because riposte's light melee is so fucking good for mobs.
And I can't believe it's not butter.
God damn it!
Well, it sounds like we got a lot of variety, which is awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, and if I had to pair something, well, okay. If you go quartermaster, it's going to be a very even game with a lot of things. I would personally take a baby Mosin, like you guys were saying, with the drilling, because close range is so covered by the drilling. Medium to close is everything with the drilling. And baby Mosin, I've got so much experience with the sway, I can land headshots from really far away with that thing.
That baby Mosin is a real killer.
so the thing that it's funny that you say that, because I've said this before, like with the Springfield, I don't know what it is. I prefer to use the compact. Same with the Mosin. I prefer to use the compact variant. I think you just get used to the sway. You can still have easy headshots from long range fighting very easily.
Kind of to go along with that, I'd say the shortened rival is better than the long one. Obviously not on damage, different things like that, but something about it, like the quickness of just pulling it through, it felt so much tighter to me, and I actually got more kills with the smaller version than the big version.
Yeah.
I would say that part of that too is I think sway is not quite as big of an issue on PC as it is on console.
Well, what about
that's
me?
Fair,
though?
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, where you're using a controller,
So that doesn't take in the same consideration, or for me, I guess, or
Yeah, because you're our single PC player on controller in this game.
I've seen a few of them. They're freaking awesome.
I always forget that Richard plays on controller because he is really good.
It's because he loves to live dangerously.
What was that conversation I was having it with Bard the other day? And he's just like, you know what is holding you back? It's probably the fact that you play on controller. And I'm like, you're probably exactly right.
It's just a thought.
But you also want to play how you want to play. So
yeah, it just comes down to that.
But play the way I want you to. That's why you listen to this.
Exactly. How could you?
I'm with that guy.
Play the way I want you to.
No. If I couldn't take a quarter
runs into a red barrel.
Right. It takes balls to run into a red barrel. Do it with me. But if I couldn't pick quartermaster, I would definitely pick. I know Dolch, but if I couldn't buy one, I couldn't, because that pistol, its reputation, it's known for a reason. I would do a Pax True Shot because it also shares ammo with my drilling.
Oh, baby! You just made my heart sing.
And the fanning on that gun is literally the tightest in the whole game. It is exceptional with fanning, even, which is hard to do.
Put full metal on that. Barely see a difference with the muzzle velocity. You got a killer.
Yeah, well, most people would mock me for even saying drilling is technically meta, but you would not believe the amount of fucking 6-stars I see with drillings, and they don't want to admit it.
Well,
remember when that thing came out? Freaking everyone had that thing.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
I know I did, because it wasn't. I don't think it was as expensive back then. I could be wrong.
I remember the sheer level of anger Bard had at it.
Oh, it's a nasty gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite guns too.
But what about you guys? If you could have quartermaster with your chosen gun, or if you didn't.
So I mean, if we're talking meta, it probably wouldn't be something I would pick, I guess. But
that's true.
I mean, I'm thinking on like what a 5 or 6-star would use the Mosin for. In my case, I guess. So maybe just dual Sparks pistols for the ammo pool.
And an Apto, remember that? Holy shit!
Yeah, with an Opto, which is also a Mosin technically. So
well, because back when dualies actually shared the ammo pool with each other and your primary weapon, you could get 28 spare rounds with a fucking Apto.
And then you'd take 4 ammo boxes and just basically have unlimited ammo.
Yep.
With the minigun in the corner.
Hot take, Apto is not meta.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. And I'm glad. That thing, that's a very niche gun now, and I think it needs to stay that way.
That one needed the nerfs. The Nitro did not. Fuck you, Crytek.
I agree.
That gun has one, like, almost religious user, and that's Element, and I'm okay with keeping it that way.
The Nitro? That's our boy Kaiser. Oh,
No,
you mean
the Avto.
My bad. I realized as soon as you said that.
Well, too late.
I mean, that
now,
kind of
now you're
makes sense,
punished.
you know. I mean,
Too late. Episode's ruined. God damn it, Bard.
Yep.
Is Element's character Kane? Because I swear every Opto is a Kane player.
No, I'm pretty
Oh my
sure
God,
his
that's so
is
true.
Frau Pechta.
Yeah, it is Frau Pechta.
What about before that? It was probably Kane.
Somewhere in there. But
It might have been. It's a possibility.
Guns, boys,
So-
focus.
Okay, but no, I do want to talk about the Nitro just for a second.
Nitro and Obrez.
I'm in shooting range right now. It says its bullet drop is 45 meters for a
It
sniper.
is atrociously bad, yeah.
Yep.
For a
They
sniper,
dropped it from 60. That was the issue.
they dropped it like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
It's not even a meta gun. Why were you doing this? They're just like, let's bully this gun that nobody uses.
Oh, I had a quick question.
Well,
That
because at the
reminds me.
time its bleed ammo shot through like 6 walls in the nth dimension.
Yeah, but then they got rid of that, and then they nerfed it like 3 more times
It
after
was
that.
after that.
All right.
But
well, what's this
anyways,
question?
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is like, how much is the Opto these days?
Is it 1500 or 1250?
I think it's 1250.
Is it around the
1250.
cost of the Nitro? I think Nitro's like 10
More.
something, right?
It's
Yeah,
more
it's a
than
little
than
bit
the
more.
Nitro.
I'd buy
Yeah,
that
dude.
for $1.
I'd rather buy a Nitro personally.
Uh-huh. It's
Yeah, me
got
too.
more precision.
Well, if
But,
you use a Nitro like a shotgun like Richard does,
Mhm.
you don't miss. So
Well, Ty, you
Shove it
did,
down the throat.
yep.
Ty, you did say Sparks pistol or uppercut with a Mosin, but what about if you had quartermaster with a Mosin?
That's what I was saying. The
Dually.
dualies, yeah, the
Dually.
dualies sparks.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a weird choice for meta,
Interesting.
but
Well, no, I'm talking ammo pool.
they don't double up anymore though. They haven't
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So if it were me, I guess, and maybe this is just more reflective on my playstyle, I definitely would prefer to have a shotgun with me. And if we're going shorty shotguns, we're talking meta. We're talking the biggest balls you're bringing to the table. The crown
Are
and
you-
cringe
Oh,
shorty.
Auto 4.
I would
Yeah.
still take the fucking the rival over it.
Spectre.
I
for
would
me.
too. I would too.
No.
I would take both for me, but I'm saying meta wise, I guess.
There's
If a meta person were to bring a shotgun, they would bring the auto 4.
There's a medium-sized shotgun that I don't think gets as much love as it used to. I mean, it still
Slate?
gets love, but it's no,
Terminus?
not the slate. No, it's the medium. It's the Romero hatchet. I don't see that as much as I used to.
Oh
That
my
gun's
god.
amazing.
But that is a solid ass gun. I wouldn't say necessarily meta, but you can do some serious damage with that thing.
It's
Sure.
not meta for the game, but it sure is meta for me. That's like one of the first guns every time I prestige
Yep.
I try to unlock is the
That's
Romero
one of those
hatchet.
like smaller guns that like kicks
Yeah.
ass and has that versatility of the melee and also the
The heavy melee is so fast to charge
yeah,
it.
it's
Immediately.
really fast and stuff.
And it's got a good I love the sweet spot where it hits. Like I don't miss my hits with it.
Yeah,
It's got
nice.
a decent range for a medium-sized shotgun. Pretty much a one-hit kill if you're gonna hit them dead
Yeah.
on. Like it's
So I was thinking, like, if you're taking a shotgun, that one's actually an option. I would say these days it doesn't fully get towards meta because of the ammo only being a single shot versus, the small crown, which is a dominator.
right.
Stupid addition to the game that nobody needed, but now everybody has.
Correct, silenced. What?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another one of those. Yeah, Craig. We didn't add that to the meta, but I would include it. Yes.
That actually
We try to forget
Would
that
be.
thing exists.
Yeah.
Whoever decided that needed to be in the game needs to be punched in the dick at least 3 times a day.
They probably made the Opto.
They probably nerfed the
Nitro.
Well, I miss when Craig was the long ammo gun that everybody used
Yeah,
because
like
they
on a
liked it,
snap.
not because it was meta. And now it's so fucking
it's
meta.
Definitely meta now. I would even argue before they changed
It was
or added
solid.
the silenced variant that it was in the meta because of that faster reload, not faster than the Mosin, but it's got a fast reload, muzzle velocity, very solid, has very good variance now, but when it was new, man, everybody was using that gun. So yeah, I would definitely argue that was in the meta and still is today.
And I would say that the Krag, even with these upcoming nerfs, which we haven't addressed the 2.3, which we're getting to there, is it got hit with those recent nerfs where it's getting a reduction in ammo pool and increase in price. That's not enough. The Mosin proves that. If it's $600 hunt dollars, nobody gives a fuck. They'll buy it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Once you said it was getting those nerfs, like the decreased ammo pool, my first thought was, what? They're not gonna balance with price again? And then you said the price, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Well, if they
never does.
Yeah, if price wise that doesn't work, but ammo pool that might be a contender for some people, I would imagine. But I do think that it's not taking it out of the meta. I just hope they don't keep nerfing things to where nobody's going to use it anymore, because it's like, well, I might as well just use a Mosin,
Right.
Well, the only thing that actually worked on was the shredder, and that's an event exclusive, and it doesn't even exist anymore. So,
and even then, the shredder was kind of an ass thing in the first place. It wasn't meta at all. It was just wild.
It was wild and crazy.
It was a chaotic weapon.
People complained about it, and then they were just like, "Hey, you know what? Nobody should be playing with this thing anyways. Let's get rid of all this hard work we worked on." That's another topic. Anyways, meta.
We're gonna get this out of the game. By the way, also there's like gonna be every week a thing that says you need to get the shredder like 3 times.
Yeah, literally. My God, so annoying.
But anyways, Richard, what would you add if you had Quartermaster and if you didn't?
I mean, if it's my play style, I'm just gonna stick to the old tried and true Lamat carbine and dually Lamats.
For meta though?
No, well, I mean for meta that's a whole different thing. If it's like for me and my play style, I'm gonna stick with the thing I get the most kills with.
Now think about, I guess, just go for meta then, just theoretical.
Shit. For meta,
imagine you're the best hunt player ever.
Oh well, if I'm the best hunt player ever, I guess I'm just taking silence and
retire.
It could be more personalized. It doesn't have to be a perfect meta after all.
No, I would say a Dolch P and dual Dolches.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I've seen some crazy plays with that setup.
I think there's an argument to be had there. Yeah.
Yeah, that Dolch precision really slaps.
Well,
it's so
DJ
good.
said earlier. Yeah, the Dolch is a meta pistol for higher ranking MMRs for a good reason.
Well, I mean, it's got a great ammo pool. It's got
a fast reload if you need it. If you
super fast reload. It's got it's got a super fast fire rate. Like it's just a good gun all around. And if you've ever gone on the receiving end of dually Lamats, you're gonna have a bad time.
Dually Dolches or Lamats?
Dolches. I meant to say Dolches.
I think I'm rubbing off on you. Sorry.
You are.
I keep.
No, if you've ever been on the receiving end of dually Dolches, it's a bad time for all involved.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, with Dolch, I would kind of argue that only having 70 meters on your loadout is going to be a big hindrance. And if you're sweating with the best of them, that's not going to be a very ideal kind of loadout.
Yep.
And the ammo will burn out very quickly.
4 ammo boxes.
Fuck your health, I guess.
Yeah, fuck your health. Something that I'd say that's kind of an interesting one that I kind of played around with a little bit for a while was actually a bomb lance with Mosin Obrez, because you have that close range, but you also have that Mosin that also has that long range that you can kind of deal with those problems. So you got the melee.
Really good.
Go on, right?
Just Bombrez is a really fun loadout in general. So.
Because you'll have blunt damage, you'll have slash damage, you'll have long range, like we were saying earlier,
Well,
as
you
long
have
as you
the
get used to the
mace
sway,
variant
it
of
doesn't
the
matter.
Obres too.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I always forget it's called the mace, not the Obres. Never mind.
Well, the thing is, it's so little, like, more expensive that you could basically just grab the mace variant and
Right,
not be
and use that.
worried about money. So
Right, because then the price difference is negligible between the two.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's great because you have blunt
Dragon's
slash.
Breath, of course. No,
Yeah.
no, actually,
if you want
could
for
use a
fun, yeah.
variety of ammo types. With
I
that
would
one.
say meta-wise, it would be Steel Ball.
Hasn't those been like?
I don't know. Harpoon
nerfed?
has really kind of blown Steel Ball out of the water.
I think Harpoon actually. You are correct. I forget that Harpoon's a thing. Probably because I haven't used it very much because I still just use Steel Ball. But
Well, I wonder about the meta situation with the bomb lance itself once the buffs kick in and that bolt thrower takes hold with it.
Oh,
That's going to be a game
yeah,
changer.
Dude,
I cannot
it is.
fucking wait.
I'm excited.
so does that mean we want to kind of get into like the updates? Because I mean, I'm kind of haven't really looked too closely at it.
I hope you guys are prepared for the hand crossbow bomb lance meta.
Well, I don't know about that, but like not necessarily just yet, unless we want to add more to our meta loadouts, like our tools and consumables.
I think we should because we've gone this far.
Okay.
So
Okay, what's up?
I was just gonna say because like you guys are talking about bolt thrower, I think it was, and I don't remember reading that. I probably didn't. I haven't looked at it recently, so
bomb lance will synergize with bolt thrower.
Oh,
yeah, so it works with the bomb lance now, which is good for us because we like the bomb lance. So
it's also Chukanu, you know.
I don't see a noticeable difference on the Chukanu. It says that it works with it. I don't notice anything at all. I don't think that's just weird false advertising.
It's subtle.
Well,
that or they plan on it later. I don't know.
Anyway, tools
with meta,
tools, right?
Hands down, knuckle knife. You can't change my mind.
I would agree with that. People,
thank you. Versatility. Yeah,
it's too good.
I don't like the knuckle knife, but meta-wise, I know that's what
shit on controller I'll give you.
Yeah.
And obviously, a med kit. Choke bombs if you are in a team.
In a team, always choke bombs.
If not, I think bear traps, since those things are so powerful.
But they're gonna
get a nerf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what else?
You could always take kill traps, poison concertina, because they seem to want to keep those alive.
Especially for solo players, I would say. Solo
that's mostly what I mean.
That. Yeah.
Otherwise, dual derringers, show your balls.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking.
Well, and for me, if I was taking that final slot, I wouldn't really replace it unless I needed to. The penny shot derringer. It's perfect. It's a perfect tool.
Well, it takes out an immolator. That's the
the knuckle knife. That's what the knuckle knives are for. Now the doors. That's where you're cooking with gas there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. If you need a quick entrance to a locked door. Bam.
Yeah. A little bit of a boss shredding technique.
Oh no! Even, somebody's also behind the door. Bam! You have that second shot.
Yes, sir.
Pull out the derringer and then bam! You have that fourth shot.
any disagreements on the tools? Would you just argue flare gun? Maybe
you could say
I
flare
will
gun
always
for
say alert mine.
Okay.
Yeah, alert mines, I think you could replace one of those traps with, especially because people use them for traps. Mm-hmm. Not only to alert, they can also set off like the fire ones, and then if they're next to oil, just wall off an entire section of the compound once somebody accidentally sets that off, and they're trapped in there.
The best part about them too is if in our consumables you throw in dark sight satchels, you now have an improvised explosive bomb.
Yeah, that's true.
One, but
but a big one.
I've kind of felt that dark sight satchels have been kind of niche, and I haven't.
I don't see it very much.
Interest to like really try them out very much, but that's a personal take.
I think that's perfect. If they were any better, I wouldn't like them. I like things that have a really nice middle ground.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. But okay, So around those tools, is that pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, I would
we're
argue,
pretty consistent.
I mean, you could argue like flare pistol because of like burning and stuff like that, and different things that can do.
Or you got a knife on your butt. Yeah.
But a penny shot, like with the doors and things like that, it's got a lot of aggressive potential. And as a solo, you definitely need that in some instances.
Okay. Yeah, Crytek penny shot Lamat when?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, no. They'll do it.
That wouldn't be the worst thing, I suppose.
Give the Lamat even more versatility, more boss shredding, and let me bust in a door with my favorite gun.
No, lamp
he just wants
launcher when.
No.
Anyway.
All right. So consumables, I have to say regeneration shot and stamina shot, always a staple. Always.
I would say in any meta, like any star, you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
Regen especially.
Yeah.
If you got the scratch. Yeah. Because stamina you can regen no matter what. We had that discussion. But it's just that the scratch necessary for it's a little steep, but they're always going to be a staple. And then with the other two, my personal choices would be, and people would be like the frag bomb, Hellfires. They're quicker. And they burn off an instant 50. I can't believe they got buffed. I thought 25 was already really solid. 50 health is insane. And I think their explosion radius is nuts. Hellfire bombs.
Now the downside being that it doesn't instantly take that 50 off of a dead body.
Right, but I don't care about that. I'm talking about alive hunters.
Yeah, in the middle of a fight. Yeah.
If I'm taking Hellfires, it's because I want everybody else in the server to not have a good time.
Well, they won't.
They won't, definitely.
Yeah, they're much quicker. You can dodge them pretty easily with some skill, but if you're around a corner and that fucker cooks one immediately after tapping you once, it's gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah, I can't believe how quickly you lose that bar, and it's like it wasn't even that accurate because of that radius. It's crazy.
And the amount of people with salve skin, if they're not solos, is gonna be a lot less than you think. So a lot of people are going to get an instant 50, otherwise at least a 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What do you boys think?
I would definitely I could see your argument, but I do see people taking the frag more.
Oh, they will.
Frag bomb.
But this is more my personal thought.
Right. And this is your take on the meta and everything. Yeah. I think you would see a lot of frags. I think you'd see a lot of big dynamite bundles because you can just like blow up all the doors. If you throw it in the middle of a small building, all the doors are gone basically, even if nobody's there, and then it gives you an opportunity to run through the smoke. Because frag is just good for like people though. Frag is just pretty balanced, I think. So definitely that would be in the meta.
I honestly think as far as the meta goes, I think that it would be wax frag before it was big dynamite bundle, because if you throw it and somebody has like a choke bolt or something like that you didn't see, that is $110 just gone. But with a waxed frag, it'll still go off.
But they don't exist other than the bomb lance.
The waxed frags? Yeah, they do. Or
waxed
dynamite.
He meant waxed dynamite. I knew what you were saying.
Okay. I was going to say waxed frags as a consumable would be insane.
Mm-hmm.
It does, yeah, because it exists in the bomb lance, doesn't it? So
yeah,
it does.
Yes. Which is going to be, with the bomb lance change, I'm a little scared of that. I'm not going to lie.
I'm kind of excited, honestly. I think the bomb lance, I used to see it so much, and now I never see it. So I'm kind of excited.
So Sleepy, when are we going into the Bayou with bomb lance and bomb launcher together?
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So you would still say just wax dynamites?
Yeah, wax dynamites I would say are more versatile than big dynamite bundles, because you can still blow out doors and stuff, and they're not hindered by chokes.
The price tag.
It's just the explosion range leaves something to be desired, and Bulwark can counter them slightly. So, but I do see your point.
I mean, personally, as far as throwables go, I will take a waxed dynamite over anything else every time. So I love the waxed. Those things are. I call them Old Faithful because for some reason I always get kills with them and only them, and I don't know why. So.
Well, what would you say, Richard? Consumable wise.
Really, I don't use the other ones as much. I usually focus on regen or stamina or something else that I pick up. Lately, I've been doing like ammo boxes, but that's not necessarily meta because like that's situational on your loadout. Like, you know, if you run out of ammo quick type of thing.
Well, would you rather take like health shots, or what kind of throwable would you take if you were running full meta?
If I was gonna do a throwable, I actually like the hive bomb a lot. I like your hell bomb stuff though. Like that is seriously a problem for me.
Yeah.
It's instantaneous.
Yeah, exactly. It's that burning off that bar is ridiculously crazy. But the reason why I like hives, if I'm gonna have like throwables, is because it moves somebody out of their hiding spot, and I really don't like it when people are just, you know,
they
just
camp,
sitting in one place, and it's like, well, I know where you are, so time to get you somewhere else. Have fun with these.
Right. Okay. All right, guys. Do we kind of have a good idea of what we just said? You know, still.
I would like to add one more thing. I'm surprised we haven't said it. The spear, I think, would be.
Oh.
You would see the spear a lot for meta loadouts, just for the throwable sake, the versatility. You can have 2 throwables. You can charge them while running.
If I had to, well, with Surefoot, you can do any of them now. And Surefoot's gonna get a bump up to 6 points. Thank God. That trade is still broken. It's broken. I would say that if I had to choose any one of those, people would probably call me nuts. I would probably still take the throwing axe. They vibe with me. I just like them.
For sure.
They're really good.
I'm just saying for meta's sake, like for the sake of the argument of meta, I would say the spear.
I would not replace my penny shot Derringer. It's so valuable to me.
I agree. I'd still take that in my normal loadouts. So.
And I'm a hipster, so you know, fuck the spear. Hashtag.
Let's start it. Let's start it. I'm just kidding.
Right. We feeling pretty good about that, boys?
Yep.
I feel that I've said everything I wanted to. So.
Okay. Perfect. Because we're going to get to our lovely, lovely audience and the poll and the questions. Hang on. Let me pull up real quick. Because
he's pulling up, guys. He's pulling up.
Oh, shit.
With what we were talking about.
Why did I hear him unzip?
What?
I said, why did I hear him unzip?
Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Because we did get a few more votes to our previous poll and a couple more comments because we ended on, I think, 2 and 4 on the celebrities. We ended on 9 votes with 3 for yes and 6 for no. So somebody else even dared say yes. That's
wild.
I don't know what you guys are seeing in celebrity cameos. we just have, if we do the theoretical, if we have to entertain the thought. But we did get another comment from Cube, and unfortunately we did not listen to this song, but nonetheless, I'm going to check it out afterwards. He said, "Eating like kings, Sean James. Check it out. Reminds me of a successful extract and the feeling you get with leaving 4 bounties and 8 kills." I like that.
I really like that question on the polls, by the way, because that we put that on the polls like forever ago, and people are still adding onto it. I really like that. So.
Hell yeah. Well, we even had somebody a little bit back, and I want to acknowledge them because it was one of those comments where I would have really liked to talk about it when it happened, but we were talking about the guns we would personally own. I wish I could find his exact comment here.
Do you remember the gun he said?
He said the drilling.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about where we, if we could own a gun IRL, why the hell wouldn't we have the drilling? And I thought that was a perfect comment because I was like, I guess I didn't consider it because a classic Romero sitting up on my mantle just sounds so satisfying to look at, or even a Martini Henry.
Tradition.
For real.
Well, so drillings, they do have the versions in the game, or that are in the game, where it's the 2 rifle shots with the shotgun, but the most, apparently, from what I've seen, most drillings are double barrel shotguns with 1 rifle shot in the middle, from what I've seen. But I could be wrong on that. That's just from what I've seen.
No, you're exactly.
If I'm incorrect. So
that's what I saw as well. So I definitely don't think you're crazy. Oh, it was actually Worf, one of the ones who was a new commenter. Yeah, sorry about that, Worf. But yeah, they go between 10 and 25K. So that's fucking crazy.
But ain't nothing but a thing.
Right. That's just a loan I'll get and never pay back. It's fine. All right. So with the poll, I asked everyone if you prefer hunt events or vanilla hunt. And we got 4 votes for hunt events and 3 votes for vanilla hunt.
Ooh.
That's close.
Controversy.
Yeah. That's actually that's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would mostly, people would just be like, I don't really care about vanilla hunt, is what I thought.
Which, if you don't care about vanilla hunt, I'm going to be real with you. This game's not for you. And I don't say that condescendingly, but if you don't enjoy the core loop of what Hunt Showdown truly has, even without events, the game's going to burn out for you. And mark my words.
Well, it seems to be burning out for a lot of people, and that's why nobody plays when there's no events. So,
and it's sad because we all want you here personally.
I agree. Yep.
I love you.
with comments, a bunch of numbers. I think I've seen them comment before. That's not their name. It's literally like 1, 2, 3, 8, 2, 5, 8. Yeah. Going into the bayou was an interesting question. Now I'm wondering, if you had to go into this world IRL, what co-host or guest would you take? And I think when Luttons Come asked the question originally, I think he meant that, and I misinterpreted it.
So interesting.
So we'll get to re-answer this question with, who we've got here. I'll go first. If I had to take people I absolutely trusted, I would take Kaiser and Sleepy. I would take you boys. I've known you like almost all my life. If I had to take people I thought would actually probably save me, I would take Rat because I know he's good with a gun. And I would take Roy because the British talk mad shit and they would be so focused on him that me and Rat might get out alive.
Exactly. In real life, I wouldn't be nearly as much of a wild card.
All right, what do you boys think?
Well, I know I'd take Colin because he's got guns. So, not to mention his family is my family, so all of our families would probably be together in this whole bayou world in this particular scenario, I guess you could say. But yeah, I know Colin's got guns. I've got guns.
You've got guns.
Yeah. I don't know who I would take for my third. I'm trying to think.
Guns. We all have guns.
No, I would. Okay, I'm gonna give the hipster answer. I wouldn't take anyone. I would go walk the lone wolf's path.
Calm down, Hannah.
And after that answer, those pictures of your emo phase make more sense.
It's not a phase. I'm still emo. What are you talking about? Have you seen me? Come on, man.
Yeah, Mom.
I still dress emo. I'm still a 14-year-old at heart.
And you're about the size of a 14-year-old too, so.
Make it 12. Take it or leave it. 12. Take it or leave it.
God damn. All right. One of you other boys, what do you think?
Is it HBE members or?
Yes.
Oh wait, no, you said
HBE. I did the whole theoretical that we did last time, HBE only, and included guests.
Right, did you have something?
I mean, trying to think which of our guests talk the most shit because
Hazmat.
That's a good
actually, you know
answer.
what? I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure he's military trained too. So
There you go. That's who I was actually thinking of.
yeah, I'll take Hazmat and I'll take Richard because somebody's voice has to calm me down after
What are you
a
saying?
gunfight.
Calm you down? He'll probably make you fucking laugh. He's
No,
this fucking guy.
I'm talking about you.
He's talking about your voice. Yeah, your
I'm talking about your
voice.
voice, Richard.
So Hazmat's to get you riled up, like basically.
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh my
no.
god, this is fucking nuts.
No, I know that Hazmat will land his shots, and I'll land my shots, and then afterward we'll use your voice to calm us down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Read you stories from the bayou. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a
right.
pretty good answer.
What's yours, Richard?
Well, I was actually thinking of Hazmat because, if anything, his voice will be like, a distraction, and people will be like, "Oh, where's that guy?" You can hear him
There's
breathing
that
behind
guy.
the wagon.
Where's that chain smoking hobo?
They're walking around. They're like, "Why does it sound like somebody's scraping sandpaper against a chalkboard nearby?"
In a beautiful way, not in a weird way.
Who sounds like somebody running nails through a blender?
Yeah, but it's also beautiful and unique.
Well, and then I think, I kind of said this last time. He isn't a guest, but he had some, I think, some pictures in the Discord of his hunting and stuff like that. But Penguin seems like he's a killer.
Was that Penguin? I thought it was Big Monkey.
I think there's a few of them, but the guests, I know, but I don't give a shit. I don't play by the rules.
Okay.
If I had to replace one, I'd replace Roy with Gray because he's an edgy boy in real life. I'm sure he might not knife rush somebody and stab him to death.
So I have a question adding on to this question. Could we potentially, if we're going to the bayou, could we say Post Malone as an answer because he's a guest for Hunt Showdown? Oh.
No.
Fair enough.
He is all of our guests.
That's true, yeah.
All right, we got our answers?
I think so.
All right. Okay. Mike Breckner said, just gonna say, big titty cave girl. Kane needs some mommy milkers.
Fuck yes!
I'm into it. Yep.
Me
Keep the
too.
beard.
Yeah, keep the beard. I just want to motorboat the shit out of the bearded man.
Yep.
I want to be all up in them muddy tits.
With you there. Go mud wrestling. Go mud sliding. So.
All right.
Oh.
If we could get her to look like half of the women in the Conan the Barbarian comics, I'm good.
Right. With that crazy hair, though. Don't get rid of that either. And those crazy eyes. Every woman with crazy eyes is fun.
That's because they'll suck you dry.
Oh
Bro.
Let's keep it rated R, not fucking adults only. All right. Worf said, first of all, I'm against celebrity cameos. You and me both. However, if they do continue, I'd like to see them lean into the character lore. I don't want to see the person's name plastered all over everything or in the title of the event. Sure, the character off of them, but just use their fictional name and give them a backstory and characteristics that blend into the world. Post Malone was just the ringmaster and didn't clumsily mix IRL with fiction. The collaboration would have felt better. Fully agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now hold on here.
No, Rat, you're wrong. Shut up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
If we were to not get a celebrity cameo again, how will we ever get Chad Kroger as a big titty cave girl?
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll pay our sponsor money.
No, we're paying for the likeness, but Chad Kroger won't be Chad Kroger. He'll be the likeness. It'll be a cameo skin. It won't say Chad Kroger. It'll say nickel back in black. I don't know.
it would be photograph or something, and he would have a camera strapped to his neck. Yeah, the photographer. Yeah. Ooh.
It says the photographer, but he's holding up a slab of concrete that he's painted poorly on, so he's got cave paintings.
No, instead of he has throwing axes as a skin, but like instead of throwing axes, they're picture frames.
Actually, you okay? Like in all seriousness, Richard, I do think you're onto something with throwing axes, like stone. Like imagine like stone caveman throwing axes for a skin. That'd be cool. Anyways,
like
sorry.
I think they had one of those tomahawks as a skin during the Light the Shadow event.
Well, they've had like.
I'm talking about like a picture frame, though. Chad Grover.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, real quick, since Richard cheated, if we went outside of the guest pool, I'd take Monkey and Tizzle and Penguin. I'd take all the guys with shitloads of gun. I'd cheat.
Yep, I'll put all of those guys.
Yeah, me too.
Increasing the party number.
Me too.
Tizzle and Big Monkey as well.
Okay, if we're increasing
Also,
the party,
add four into a party. Crytek, please make it happen.
If you don't,
this is the one thing that actually listen
3
to
teams
us.
of 4.
Agreed. Hell yeah. Well, make it even more. Make it 16 players total, 4 teams of 4.
100.
Okay. Before you do that, Crytek, and if you're going to listen to anything, I swear to God, add Somnus and Moonflower. I will spend an obscene amount of money. I promise I will do it. If you do it, please. Somnus and Moonflower, the weapon skins.
Wait, they're from an old event, right?
They are.
Sorry.
Yeah. So
that's the reason that anytime I'm in a game with Sleepy, I make sure to pull out Moonflower at least once.
Yeah, I choose to ignore it. It's Berthier Riposte.
Yeah.
But from which event?
Nanya?
Oh,
the one with
it was Trader's Moon.
I was gonna say I think it was Trader's Moon.
No, it was not Trader's Moon.
It's
I don't
not
believe
about
so.
the moon. I think I finished all the moon events. Especially the one about the guy that fucks the moon.
Good old surfing moon.
Hey, onto the past. We're working on that in the background. Okay, so Chief Cheetah.
We're gonna do a thing that blows your fucking mind.
#history of the past. Yeah.
You will respect a repeating commenter, sirs. Chief Cheetah, good to see you back. Fuck these two.
Love you, Cheetah.
Hey guys, here's a question for you. What is the longest break you've taken from Hunt and why? Me personally, I took a year-long break from 2020 to 2021, which is a bummer because I missed the Plague Doctor event and the Light the Shadows event, even though I could have got those cosmetics.
Well, that answers which question those. Everyone else. that answers the question which those guns were in. So
there you go.
Pretty sure they were in there.
Suck my.
No. It was not Traders, or it was not Light the Shadows because that was when the bow was introduced. They were not introduced now.
Was before Light the Shadow, as well.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. But that's a good question.
I don't think longer than a month. I'm crazy, man. I keep coming back.
Same.
I think I took a almost 2-month long break because I finished the event like a month before it was over, and just didn't play from then until the next event because there was a bunch of other games that I was trying. I was
gonna say you're probably trying to get your backlog down. I think I remember that. Because I was like, "Hey, Rad, you want to play around?" And you're like, "I'm taking a break," and then you ended up playing with me anyways. But
but it was just shooting range.
Yeah, that's right. It was just shooting range. That's right. Yeah.
Well, I like toxic relationships, so I continue to play this game because it helps me play with friends.
Thank God we have Monster Hunter.
So that's not toxic, though. That's bringing us together.
No, I'm saying you guys are the toxic ones because you make me keep playing this game. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I don't hate that game this much.
I like it even. I like your answer even better now. So
I agree with Bard, though. Thank God we have Monster Hunter.
Now, Richard, shut up, bitch. Get on your knees and take more Hunt.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, Hunt, Daddy.
I do think. I would say though I'd agree with you, DJ. I think a month is probably the longest I've ever taken because no matter how mad I get at the game, and you've seen me go through spells so many times where I'm just like I'm done with this game. This is the worst game ever, and then I like quit, and then I'm back on like a few days later because I can't like quit.
No, I get it. Sometimes I play East Coast, and when you kill me on East Coast, you're cheating, and that's a fact.
So yes, because we're addicted. A month is our answer.
Now, Richard, get out of my room. Your scarce dollars are on the counter.
Hey, what about my what's the other one again? Fuck.
Your burn dollars?
Yeah, my burn dollars. Yeah.
You'll get those next week.
All right. Okay. Cube, he's a repeating commenter. Good to see you again, Cube. I got a question for you all. If you were to design a hunter from head to toe, what would your perfect hunter be wearing? For example, what would you put on their head, torso, legs, and feet? Also, would camouflage play a deciding factor at all in what you choose as well? Thanks for the amazing entertainment, fellas. Well, thank you, Cube. I appreciate that.
Thank you. And I really like this question. This one's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah! First off, no camouflage on mine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have any camouflage. Who wants to go first? I guess.
Rat does.
Perfect.
Just give me Doc Holliday from Tombstone.
Ooh,
that's a good answer.
Okay.
That's a really good answer. So no hat, no hat, big old handlebar.
No. He had a flat brim hat.
Oh, that's right. It's like black.
Was really thin, and I don't know that.
I was thinking of Wyatt Earp for some reason, but yeah, now I'm remembering you saying Doc Holliday. So
yeah, growing up, like that was one of my favorite westerns, and they've already got enough references to other westerns in Hunt. Mm-hmm. I would love to see Tombstone get some representation in Hunt.
I mean, they do have that reference to Wyatt Earp's pistol.
Well, yeah, but that's just the pistol. Like I'm talking just hunters as references, because like I think Hardin's design is after somebody in one of the
old westerns. Yeah,
one of the older westerns. But like I'd love to see at least one, maybe two characters from Tombstone somehow make it into Hunt and see what they would look like in Hunt's world.
Yeah, Doc Holliday would be a great answer. Pre or post tuberculosis?
I would want it like closer to his death, like
where he's all sweaty but like still scary looking.
Yeah, like sunken in eyes and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Like that would be great.
And in this world, they can make it that he's infected instead of tuberculosis. Nice. Whatever you call it. So I don't know.
Have his whole backstory be something about like they thought it was tuberculosis, but it turned out it was.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like that.
Well, one of my personal favorites that I would play is already a character, and he's arguably my current favorite character, Wormbite, the Undertaker. But I would love to see a guy that's dressed up in a big overcoat kind of thing, like a stagecoach driver. I think that would be sick, and have him have a main weapon that's a shotgun, like a double-barreled, like a rifle. Hell yeah, man. And with a big ass bushy chops, kind of like the Skinflint, but not quite as like weird and Scroogey, and a nice mustache to connect it.
So more like the steel-eyed chops.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And like I said, with the mustache, a nice curly one to connect it, like a real gentleman. You know, he's a high tier stagecoach driver. That's partly what. That's why I like the Statesman so much, man. He was kind of that, but just a little too fancy for my blood. I want a little rugged.
Yeah, you want to look like, I bought the expensive stuff, but it's not all for show. I'm gonna put it to work, like get it dirty. Yeah.
This man kills every goddamn cowboy that tries to rob his stagecoach.
Hell yeah.
For that matter, I'd also love to see just a barber, because like back then they were also dentists, so they could have like teeth hanging off of their gun.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And back in the day, barbers, like, they were a very niche practice, because a lot of the only people who would go to barbers were people who had money and stuff, and so they were technically like they had a higher class clientele, and they were themselves higher class. So they could dress really cool.
You could also bring in like the barber pole as a weapon skin, either like a baseball bat or just a gun skin, because they used to paint that spiral with blood from their dental work, and that was how you knew they were a good dentist.
That's fucking foul.
That's pretty scary, actually. What the hell?
Quote unquote baseball bat would mix with these fucking circus skins really well, sadly.
It kind of would. No, just if we're talking barber, just give us a knife skin or just a straight flat razor. Go Sweeney Todd on the rest.
The straight blade. Yeah, that'd be great.
Sweeney Todd, yeah.
All right, Ty, what did you pick one yet? I don't think you have.
I haven't said mine. Okay,
all right.
So you're gonna have to work with me here. Just use your imagination.
Okay.
So you're gonna have this chick, right?
Sure.
She's gonna be wearing a nun outfit.
No.
No, that's not my real answer.
No, keep going.
It's gonna have massive tits.
Big titty goth. Hail Mary.
There goes our female audience.
Yeah, no, that's not my real answer. I would kind of go with. So I don't know how many of you guys like watch a lot of those old Western movies, like the old ones with like John Wayne and like Clint Eastwood and stuff like that. But for some reason, all the bad guys in those movies, you could tell they were the bad guys because they would wear the black hat. Like if they had the black hat, they were the villain. So I would like to see, from The Good, Bad, the Ugly, like a character like Angel Eyes, where he's got that flat brimmed black hat with like his brown kind of coat, and he's got like the cool like Mexican like straps attached to his belt and stuff hanging off, and he's got a Remington, like something like that. I think some nice tipped cowboy boots with spurs and stuff. I just think just go full Western cowboy, like villain.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like maybe a bigger trench coat, like a duster, like a dark brown, like worn leather trench coat too. Like I want to go full Western, full villain.
And if we do that, can we also get that guy who's like an actor on a Western set that's wearing the clothes that's half white and half black, so we can turn whichever side to the camera for if the good guy or the bad guy's talking?
Well, I would also like to add on my character, no hat, just a bomb ass hairstyle. Forgot to specify.
Dapper as fuck.
Yeah, man. What about you, Richard?
Well, I guess there's two different types of hunters I'd choose. I'd make one very like creature-esque designed, or the other one would be super cowboy-esque.
Give us both.
I mean, like, describe both of them?
Yeah, do both.
Let's
go fun with it.
More of the creature, I guess. It depends on if I'm going more of like a... Because we do have like them wearing like cloaks and stuff, or fur coats and stuff. But what kind of bugged me about the reptilian is it didn't have like a crocodile head like involved at all. And I know that would be super hard with the anatomy of it. And that one hunter has a full-on, not crocodile, alligator skull on the chest. But I'd say that, I don't know, they're just covered in like, they look basically like a monster, and a lot of the human characteristics are not shown. There was that new hunter that was around Halloween, similar to the Scarecrow. That was kind of cool, but it was more leaning into the horror versus like monster, I guess. So I don't know. That would be
so more like monstrous hunter.
Yeah, more monstrous. Like hide the features of the human,
but keep it balanced, of course.
But keep it balanced still. Like maybe he's got like a little tail of whatever beast he's like slain or something coming down.
I guess what monster would you pick?
I mean, are we talking about like original or an animal type thing?
Yeah, or whatever.
I mean, they haven't done like a tiger. A tiger might be kind of interesting.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That could be pretty good.
Yeah.
But that would be more, I think,
like Eastern.
Eastern based.
You could also always go the route of like a panther or a jaguar.
Oh yeah.
Like a mountain lion. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the like mountain lions are more in the mountainous areas, but like there are I want to say jaguar, but I'm probably wrong. But there are those in certain areas of the bayou.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. If that's true, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, I think a cat would be really cool. I mean, I guess Felice has a cat
but she's
like
more like bones
skull. Yeah,
like
it's more of like the bones versus the animal. So.
All right.
And,
go ahead.
And the hunter the other one version would basically be something similar to like Sheriff Hardin, dapper mustache,
classic cowboy.
hair, chiseled jaw and whatnot. Maybe a little bit more hair under the chin, but not too much.
Like a goatee.
And then bomb ass hairstyle, but I think he would be wearing a hat, the like coolest cowboy hat, probably a black one or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, fun question. And anybody who's listened this far, feel free to leave your answers. I would love to know what people would like to see in this game.
Yeah, because we haven't thought of everything, so you guys might have good ideas too.
I have. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the master of the game.
But yeah, for sure. Thank you for the question, Cube. That was awesome.
Awesome.
All right. We got one on YouTube. It is marked. That's a lot of T's. What do you guys think about famous Western outlaws as future hunters? Jesse James, Billy the Kid, and so on. I think it would be really cool. Well, boy, do I have a revelation for you. A lot of the hunters in this game are based off of famous cowboys.
Outlaws, yeah.
The most recent one, the Western Desert Rose or whatever her name is, she is based off of a famous trick shooter cowgirl, Annie Oakley. The Kid is based off of Billy the Kid. Sheriff Hardin is based off of Wyatt Earp. Like, there are a lot of them. So it's cool that you say that. They did think of that. And characters within the previous lore, which Rat and Hazmat are excellent at telling. So hopefully we can get another one with them featuring a little bit of lore. Even famous people in history have been featured in this game, in the lore.
Yeah. So once they add the lore back into the game, we might be able to actually look at it.
Well, I have a quick question about that.
Someday.
So who is the guy that fucks the moon? Who is he based on?
Me.
That would be Tommy Moondick.
Tommy Moondick.
Hazmat, he's self-reported.
That's why it's his favorite. Okay, I see.
One of these days, we're gonna make that joke, and he's gonna be like, "I'm never going back on that fucking podcast."
Richard, we should...
one night.
Richard, let's collab on some fan art of that. All right, let's do it.
How's that fucking the moon?
Hazmat, you can't avoid us. We'll blackmail you. We'll get you.
It's Tommy Moondick staring at the fucking moon, drooling.
What is Tommy Moondick wearing? Like
nothing.
No, not what he's busy at.
All he's wearing is a red condom.
He's a Kane follower.
Heavens to Betsy, this one's gone off the fucking rails. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of rapid fire here. Tyler, subject.
Just like Tommy Moondick.
Oh my god.
So subject, mine's not really a fun subject today, but it is an important subject. We did kind of talk about it last podcast, but we didn't go too far into it, and we probably shouldn't go too far into it right now anyways, because it's all speculation. But we're kind of in between events right now. Like, it's kind of, there's a lot of people who just stop playing because they don't think there's a reason to play. And I was just wondering if you guys had ideas to maybe get people to play in between events as well. That way this game doesn't become even more niche than it already is. And I know last week we did mention just in between events, like just make it to where once you buy the battle pass, it's fully unlocked and you can do any of them whenever. And I think that would help a lot of people play in between
all that. And I mean,
events. So,
and I mean, if only there was some way to like learn about the world by playing more of the game and killing more of the monsters and figuring out stories about them. Oh wait,
the trials.
I don't think that's gonna work. I think I know what's gonna work.
I do think they need to add it back though.
I don't think he meant the trials. I think he meant the monstrum.
Yeah, the monster
The lore.
The lore.
Yep.
Because every time you killed a certain enemy a certain number of times, it would add like a chunk of lore about that monster.
Yeah. They should do that.
And frankly, I thought the trials were awesome because like they
told stories of hunters.
Yeah, they're supposed to be legends about the bayou and like why these hunters were legendary.
They served as good practice too, especially the quote-unquote shooting range ones where you were at a distance with a scoped weapon.
Yeah, and just shooting all the zombies.
Yeah, that was practice.
I'd also like to point out it added a really, really good way to like just have some familiarity with the different compounds.
Yeah.
So like you could use
without the
movement
danger
that you learned in trials in a fight.
Well, not only that, you could wander through the compounds. No weapons, mind you, but you could at least wander the compounds without anything attacking you.
Yeah.
But
not to mention, you could also earn the best Lamat skin in the entire game. That you
which
can.
you still can.
Resort.
Yeah, you still can prestiging.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
You know Richard, that if you have prestige, Sleepy.
Well, he has it.
Yeah, I have it. What are you talking about?
Shit.
he abused the shadow bug back when it happened.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I wanted that Lamat skin. It's one of my favorite skins in the entire game.
As a matter of fact, Rat, when you first came on, your first complaint was that you played the trials and everybody else abused the shadow book.
I know. I was pissed because I had just gotten the skin, and then like 10 minutes after I finished it all, everybody's like, hey, there's this bug where you can still have shadow in the trials. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It was a difficult bug, though. You had to have shadow as your last trait. That was the only way that it worked. Yep. Fun fact for the Hunt Showdown Lore of the Past. Richard, you were talking, though. You kept trying to. Sorry.
Oh, no, you guys are fine. I wanted to hear what you guys had to say. All I was going to say is that the way that you're going to bring people back is add Tommy Moon Dick.
Oh my god. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Why haven't we thought of this
before?
Scarce
dollars and burn dollars combined.
I think another good way to bring people back is letting them actually earn blood bonds the old way. Maybe not as much since we earn them through weeklies and stuff again, but like just a small portion every game.
I think every prestige should still have a skin or something that's unlockable.
Yeah.
That's not very monetization friendly, but get fucked. That's how it was before.
Well, no, you want people to play.
It's going to unlock something, and it's basically encouraging prestiging.
And
if
encouraging
you want people
playing.
to prestige or play, you need to give them incentive. If I don't get anything, what the fuck am I working for? Oh, you get more XP on the next prestige. What the fuck is that?
Give them 25 blood bonds.
You already made it slower, so what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to add, because the last episode I mentioned that whole level 50 thing having a multiplicative bonus, I kind of take that back. Add the old system when you're level 50 because it's high risk, high reward, where you actually can earn up to 3 blood bonds per match, but you have to leave with a bounty. Because remember that where you earned a certain amount of blood bonds for doing certain
I remember
plates?
that.
I say make it a little bit more.
I remember when they had the stuff that you would earn at the end of the match, and
like the bonus,
it was all shown through the cards, and the ones that gave you blood bonds were gold.
What you could also do is like make it like a daily limit as well, so people aren't farming this too heavy and stuff. That's super easy to do.
Because we do want them to earn their money. I think good gaming companies and good games do deserve money.
You give, I give. You know, it's
exactly. It's a give and take relationship.
level 50 hunters are very difficult to achieve, so it wouldn't be that many blood bonds.
It doesn't feel rewarding to get a level 50. I get a level 50 and then I'm like, what do? Retire so I can retire to prestige faster? Well, what if I'm having fun with the loadouts I'm using and I can't use those early on in the prestige? So what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and I can't
to
even
prestige and not to prestige. It's convoluted.
It's contradictive.
The give and take, like just take the same mindset as Tommy Moon Dick. He gives, the moon receives.
Wait, which one of us is Crytek and which is the consumer?
Oh, that's the fun part. You'll never know.
Yeah.
Until it's already inside you.
Tommy Moon Dick, God damn it.
So do you think though that these answers that would be the end all be all to bring people back though?
Hang on. No. Because mine wasn't the true answer. Oh, that was theoretical to answer about the level 50s. My answer is sadly one that is still being worked on. It was the weather conditions and putting them in a good rotation because those are so much fun.
Yes.
That's my answer. And they're gone.
Answer. But would that bring everybody back though?
Variety.
Yes, exactly. And make it like single bounty week or double bounty week, exclusive, because people like that kind of variety.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And I think whether or not it would be to bring people back, I think they should do that anyways. They worked so hard and put it in the game just to take it out.
Yep.
And everybody loved it all and they took it out. So
but now we have a new engine, so who knows how long that's going to take to do that. So.
Yeah, we don't have fucking to sell. I was literally about to say that. Like, what the heck? Which
sad.
Yeah.
Just saying, Fifield.
Amen. So, Rat, what's your subject?
Fucking. Yeah, I can't even remember.
Thank you.
I spaced it.
Okay. Think of it Richard. Oh, do you remember?
No. I was just saying I spaced it while we were talking about everything else. I had it written down somewhere.
Oh, you're good. Take your time, Richard. What you got?
All right.
Oh no.
Jesus. We have so many different and exotic types of weapons in our arsenal. This game has really tried to round off this by adding a silencer to many guns, a shotgun blast, or 2 rounds of bullshit ammo. So, take the variety of guns in the game with all the unique and specialness. And with all that said, what would different guns in the game be represented as if they were an animal? And be as specific as possible.
Berthier would be some kind of big cat.
Why?
Because it bites like a cat. I don't know, sharp teeth.
Are you thinking lion or leopard?
No. Yeah, like a mountain lion. Yeah, like a nice mountainous mountain lion.
Oh, okay. Like a cougar?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
a cougar and mountain lion are the same thing.
Well, oh yeah.
So it looks for younger men?
Yes, it does, and it looks for their heads.
You heard it here first. Berthier is a cougar.
Well, I mean, I have an answer. The Derringer would obviously be a mouse. For obvious reasons, I feel.
So when it kills you, is that the plague?
So would a...
or was that the rats?
Those the rats, yeah.
Would the Nitro be...
I think that would be an elephant.
Yeah,
so obvious reasons.
An elephant?
No. Yeah. I have actually, that was my example I was going to give if you guys didn't find something. So for the Nitro, I put a hippopotamus.
Okay.
Oh dear God, yeah, that because it's going to get you.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter when, but it's going to take you out.
Yeah, it's big like an elephant, but it's more aggressive than an elephant.
Well, when you say the I mean, I guess elephants have these too, but like the tusks or whatever, like they could be the barrels. The reason why I said elephant is because it's the elephant gun.
Exactly. I mean, it would make sense, but my argument was that
the aggressiveness,
hippopotamus are very territorial, and you don't fuck with an elephant.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure the Nitro was also used to kill a lot of hippos.
That would make sense too.
When people would go hunt for elephants.
Hippos and elephants.
Because they were both hunted for their tusks. So,
well, the Ranger Swift would be a greyhound. Quick reload.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, fast. Picks and chooses when it fights. Yeah.
You got something, Rat?
It's pretty lean.
What would your Lamat be? What would your Lamat?
Yeah.
I would say the Lamat would be a rat for sure. I mean, it
like the plague thing. The plague is the shotgun.
No, they're extremely versatile and they're resilient, like in multiple different use cases, not just one. Like, I would, like, no joke, say that they're a rat or like some other kind of extremely resilient rodent.
Yeah,
a roach, like the Last Resort has.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nah, but roach has a negative connotation with it. Rats don't always have a negative.
So do rats.
Yeah, but
most people are like the plague. No, those were ticks. Fucking
yeah, but people
we all
also
know they're working on it together.
People always still there are always a lot of people who still look at rats and are like, "Oh, that's so cute." People don't look at cockroaches and are like, "Dude, that thing is cute." No. You know?
Oh, that thing's so fucking cute. That thing will survive just like the Twinkies.
If there's two things I know I can eat, it's gonna be
Twinkies and cockroaches.
I mean, I guess I would pick my favorite gun, like this rifle, the Centennial, to be like a long, like rattlesnake, because it's like it's long, it packs a punch, it can carry poison. Yeah, like so. Excuse me, venomous. No, I'm just kidding.
Venomous. Actually.
Sorry. Yeah, I think it's a pretty obvious answer for my Centennial would be a rattlesnake. So
nice. Those are good answers.
This is a good question. I like this question.
So here's something that I thought of. You know those African bees?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
very aggressive. Hornet? Yeah, like so. Essentially, the female version of those would be the Chukunu with explosive.
I like it.
It comes at you from the air, ready to fucking wipe your ass out.
So those things will fucking keep on you for a mile and track you down, and those things are vicious.
They want you fucking dead.
Are they the ones that make the thumping noises too to warn people off, or is that a different?
I'm not sure. I just know that they'll follow you for miles. A rabbit.
Now, there's a type of wasp that I think they're called warrior wasps, or I don't remember, where they all like bat their wings together to make like a kind of thumping noise to like be like back up, like cool. They're scary as hell. Like I don't remember if that's what they are though.
So apparently. Oh, what were you going to say, DJ?
No, go ahead. Continue.
So apparently, the male drones of the colonies, they're just like deadbeat dads. All they do is mate, and then they lounge around. So essentially,
they mate and then they fuck off.
Essentially, those would probably be comparable to the lamp.
Ouch.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, you know what? I'm saying what I was going to say then. The Spectre with Flechette would be Kanye West. Writes weird albums that people are, for some reason, nostalgic about. Writes tweets on Twitter. You know,
Kanye West an animal?
Yeah.
He's kind of crazy.
I like how nobody's talking about the gun. There's like Kanye West.
Dude, it's an animal.
My God.
I just wanted to throw that in there. I don't know.
That was a funny joke, though. Yeah, I like that.
The fact that we're talking about animals, and then it's like Kanye West, that piece of shit animal.
He is an animal. Oh my God,
guys! We figured out our next celebrity endorsement.
Kanye West.
Oh no!
Oh no! Especially the comments he's making. Germany does not need that on their hands.
I don't know. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah,
I know what you're referring to. Never mind.
Don't worry. Moving on. Okay, so that
you got something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, based on most of the changes that have been happening in the game, since fucking. But I guess since like their most recent announcement where they were talking about reverting a lot of stuff, what things do you think that they could change in the game that would be either overall to the benefit of the health of the game, or like a revert, like something they could revert that would make the game better?
Oh man, you had to ask a question like that on the end. Fuck.
Get rid of Surefoot. I don't know.
Yes, get rid of Surefoot. Get rid of Crag's silencer. Get rid of the Avtomat. I don't think the gun needs to. I don't think it needs to exist. It's nothing but a weird novelty.
I see a weird theme going on here of getting rid of stuff they've added.
Well, the Avto has been there since the beginning. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
It can't exist in a healthy nature.
It was so much worse though before they changed it to a 3-round burst.
It doesn't mean it needs to exist at all.
Oh yeah, it doesn't need to exist at all, and I agree.
Just add certain things that were taken out.
Definitely never give Centennial bleed again. That was absolute hell. Get rid of the Maynard's bleed as well. Bleed ammo in general is kind of one of those whys, because it all it does is create a lot of pressure. And that's fine. I get it, what it is for gameplay wise, but it's a lot of why people like Old Hunt is because bleed is the biggest problem, because it adds extra damage, a bandaging that you have to do, a forced bandaging, mind you, or you die.
Bleed with like flechette with shotguns, it gave it more range too. Like
because like fire doesn't actually take away from your health that you currently have. It burns off bars. I think that's balanced.
Yeah. Right, because it burns them, but they're still alive. Yeah,
bleed's not broken. It's obnoxious, and people don't like it.
What about poison comparatively?
It's balanced. All it does is force you to not heal. And it gets rid of penetration entirely. So does bleed, but bleed is so much stronger.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bleed, you can hear them. You can chase them down while they're trying to heal. Poison, all they got to do is back off. Not to mention, half the time they aren't poisoned because they've got an antidote shot that they got from one of the carts, or like the orange boxes, because those always give those out too. So
that's another thing is I think I would keep the saddlebags. I would make it so the ammo was only two people can take from the ammo box again. That was another change where it's like, oh, the whole team can restock no matter what. That was such a subtle balance change that really shook things up, because if they took their own ammo box, fine, they had to use a consumable slot. But having the ammo boxes be accessible to everyone always, if they haven't used it, and health kits too.
Exactly.
It's actually a nifty thing.
Yeah, there's so many subtle changes. People might argue it, and that's fine. I just disagree. I think that it was what made this game comparable to Tarkov. This is not Call of Duty Light, but we're not far from it at this point. If we keep going,
we are getting closer. Yeah.
If we keep making it more arcadey and more fast paced, that's why it's okay if you like the events, but that's part of why I don't like the events. So many ways to regen your bars, so many ways to get all these crazy traits, so many ways to basically make the whole match as cartoonishly crazy as possible. I don't like it. I like the event center and having certain things about it, but I don't want it all the time. That's why events are refreshing, is I like them in small bursts.
Yeah, and not a live service type deal.
Yeah. Because if that's the way people would prefer to play Hunt Showdown, I think they're catering to the wrong audience.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our listeners and a lot of our players for that game would agree.
And if you don't, you know what? That's okay to have that opinion. I'm not the only the only opinion.
There's a reason why we're just doing a podcast whining. We're not working it, right?
I can whine if you want. It just you got to tell me. You got to insult me a little.
Bitch.
He can't finish once we insult him.
Oh fuck. All right, boys. We getting about that. Oh, Rat, do you have something to say?
I was just gonna say, like, honestly, I think that the worst thing that they did for the game was special ammo, and I will Fucking
early.
No, you will die on that hill.
I would love to see. I would love to see it gone for even just a month.
Just an event or something,
yeah. Just having every gun have to stand for itself for like a month using its base ammo would be so nice.
And
go back to the roots of
balance actually is.
Well,
and not their
version of balance.
I mean, think about it, because like that would also mean there's no bleed ammo, there's no revive bolts, there's no explosive arrows. Like
also, thank God revive bolts are getting touched.
Oh. Yes. We didn't really talk a lot about the updates very much.
That's okay. Rat, finish your thought.
They'll be coming out.
But, I mean, I think it would be really nice just to see every gun have to stand for itself for even a month, because that would highlight where they're not balanced.
Event Crytek.
Well, exactly.
Not
Richard,
not a long one.
Exactly, because Fortnite just had, had an event, a throwback. That is a good way to test the waters of what the audience might like. And you've got all of those past resources. You just got to implement it into your new engine. Hopefully that's not too fucking difficult.
Right.
You know, but at the same token, I do want to say, because I knocked regaining health bars back too much, I think the health recovery shot is actually perfect, because it incentivizes taking big bars even in a team. So it's not the most game-breaking thing there is, and it takes up a consumable slot, and it's very spendy. That's the way you add stuff like that into the game. You don't just make it way too fast-paced, and where the whole team can get all their bars back. I think that doesn't quite give the hunt spirit. I think we're going the wrong direction with that. But we are coming back with playing vanilla hunt with some of the previous stuff that we've gotten from this event to really get. That's where the balance testing happens, is in vanilla hunt. That's the test of, is it too strong? And that the res bolts are an absolute thank fucking God. Those people who said I don't like it scarce, I am confused by your logic. I really am. I don't understand why anybody wants those back.
I'm sure they have their own reasons. Of course, they've got their opinions, but I would agree with what you're saying, just off of personal experience. But I know that that's the problem with balancing a game, is no matter what you do, you kind of lose because people are going to get mad. So, but
right,
and we're not pretending like, oh, just do what we say and you'll fix your game. Like, that's not what we're saying.
Real quick, I could give the argument because I like the res bolts, although I do feel that they're definitely really strong and whatnot. But I kind of like that support role, because like I'm fucking trash at like aiming half the time. It's a 50-50 with me. But like I really like being a team player. I think that's really fun. And I do understand both sides because of that. It is fun. But that being said, somebody's got it. They can it is kind of like
it needed to be an auditory thing where the hunter made like a loud gasp, took 4 seconds to even revive, kind of like Necro, and that they would be killable even in that stage, because it was such hell for especially solo players. And I don't mean every solo player. I know John Hunt Showdown over there, where with your 6,000 hours, you're so great. We get it. But people like to play solo, and they don't always have people to play with, and they don't want to play with randoms. That fucking sucked for them, man. Badly.
Yeah.
And
what I think what they could do, because didn't they just make it so it has less ammo or something like that?
It's less ammo, and it's only lootable off of dead hunters. Thank fuck.
Yeah, that's good. That way you can't just go to a cart and refill it. Yeah.
I think res bolts should be more of like a bounty clash specific.
That would be fine. Yes.
That makes sense.
That's a good balancing thing I never even considered.
But it doesn't necessarily need to be in the regular game, because it's not really about that as much.
Well, I would like to point out that Colin pointed that out specifically, saying if it was only in Bounty Clash, it would be fine. Yep. I agree with him.
When Bounty Clash was coming out, we definitely talked about that for sure.
That's a good point. That was something I never even considered, that they
But
they could do.
I thought, and Bart and I actually talked about this, is essentially that Bounty Clash and Hunt, like, Bounty Clash should be more like quick play anyways, in regards to, like, it's very specific loadouts and whatnot that you can take into it, and it's very streamlined, more to that team deathmatch mode versus Hunt being more open. But anyways.
Right.
All right. Okay, boys, we got to get here to the end. Rat, are you able to pull up our honorary hunters and thank all of them for us?
Where is our list of those?
You know what? I can pull that up right quick. Does anybody have any final thoughts while we're thinking of it?
I think... Yeah, I was going to say Big Titty Goth Hail Mary, but Tommy did. Richard, we can draw some fan art of like all these characters now. Like we should.
We just get a skin called the Lamp Man.
Lamp Man.
The Lamp Man. All right. Rat,
Siren
you got the. Do you see the list?
I'm trying to hit the play button.
He's streaming it.
Yeah.
I'm
Loading.
But I will like to say I respect some of these changes that they're making, and I am looking forward to see how they feel.
Yep.
Well, not to mention they are working on a lot of the health changes. I think that's the next thing they need to do.
I mean, that's kind of with the changes is the
right, and I like that they're doing them at the same time, so we're not just getting a health change. We're getting
that needed to be before the event that just happened. That's what
of course, they've needed to do it for a long time.
Well, because we had Mammoth Gulch and we had all that sort of stuff, that it's just like, let's focus on getting the game back to the state
back to working.
Like, it's like, we like that everything looks better. We like all this like awesome looking stuff.
But we need to be able to play the game.
And we need that variety with that.
Yep.
So.
They're like, do we add the things that we took away when we did the engine update, or do we add more random bullshit?
Random bullshit, go.
Okay, so our honorary hunters: A Cunning Rogue, Big Monkey CNC, Call Me Roy, Drake, Element, Glonky Pete, Gumbo John, Hans, Hazmat FTW, J Tizzle, Kit, Chris, Kugisaki, Mama Bear Streams, Mimic, Our Father Gray, Penguin, Prez is Dead, or Dr. Soda as we all know him, and Sway. We love you all. Thank you.
Kisses.
Hell yeah.
We love that you guys are very active in our community here.
We
guys
greatly,
are the best.
Yeah, you guys seriously provide so much for us, and every comment, everything, it makes it so worth it for us, because it's nice to have people that just love this game as much as we do. Thank you all.
And not even
for you all.
Yeah. Yes. And even just playing with us, it's fun. So that's what we want. We want a community. So
hell yeah. And thank you all so much for listening to this episode. And as always,
stay hunting.
Stay hunting, everyone.
Stay hunting.
Stay hunting.
Kerchow.
Love you. Bye.
Richard, give us a proper outro.
Preferably in the style of Macho Man Randy Savage.
I was gonna say that.
I ran away from the bayou, but now I'm in Colorado, where I'm ready to smoke some weed and find me a lover.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Also, since I know you'd listen this far, John Cat, thanks for posting another episode of Waiting for Other Players. It was great. Mwah. Also, it's weird that you talked about fucking the fast food mascots.
Oh,
well, you don't talk about that at random time?
Yeah, what do you mean? That's normal.
Fucking the moon, guys. Come on.
You don't think that the Burger King would give the best sloppy toppy?
Fuck no. Well, Kurt said grimace, dude. I was like, my God.
Well, lastly, you know who would make a great couple? The Mountain Man and Tommy Moondick.
Yo,
Tommy Moondick. We need Tommy Moondick t-shirts.
We do. We do.
Jesus.
God damn it.
It'll look like a Dark Souls It'll look like a Dark Souls thing, but just have a guy like his silhouetted from behind, and it'll say "moon fucked."
Oh my god. Yep.
Nice.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, guys.